Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some transfer rumours and a few that might have already been confirmed or just like pretty much about to be confirmed, so we're just going to chuck them in there anyway. But yeah, before we get into the video, I just want to say if you like this type of video, let me know. I'll try and bring out more, might do like some team specific ones, or maybe do like how a team might look at the end of the transfer window or something like that. But yeah, if you like this idea of type of videos, be sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, if you have any transfer rumours that I didn't mention in this video, let me know and I'll try and add them in next time. Anyway, we're going to start the video off with our goalkeeper. So there's two options here. So the two options are obviously De Gea, who's been heavily linked with Real Madrid. Last season he was supposed to leave, or the season before, I can't remember, and then this season apparently he's been tipped to leave again. Apparently a 60 million bid got placed, but I'm not too sure if that's actually going to happen or not, because apparently that wasn't true. So I'm going to put Pickford in because it's looking like he's definitely going to leave. And if it's not going to be to Everton, which I would absolutely love, because at the moment we have Joao Rebelez and what's he called, Stecklenburg, so he'd be a massive improvement. Obviously not on FIFA the ratings aren't, but in real life he's definitely better. So hopefully he comes to us, but he's been linked with Liverpool and I think United, I'm not too sure, but I know he's definitely been linked with Liverpool, so who knows where he'll go. The next player we're going to use, or put up should I say, is going to be a player that I actually really like on FIFA, and I got him in my monthly rewards. His name is Inigo Martinez, who's really good. Don't know what he's like in real life because I never watched him play, but on FIFA he's absolutely incredible, and I assume he's going to be really good in real life as well. He's quite young as well for a centre back. He's about 25, 26. So he could be a really good addition to any team, but the team that has been linked to him has been Barcelona. I'm not sure if he'd get first team football there, considering the likes of defence they have, Piqué, Mascherano, but who knows, he might be a really good player. And he's Spanish, it's nice to have a Spanish player playing for a Spanish club, so it might be a reason why they're looking at him, and obviously he played for a rival team, so who knows, that could be an interesting transfer. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not, but it'd be a really good transfer in my opinion, and I quite like to see it happen. The next one is going to be another centre back that I actually got my monthly rewards again, and that's going to be Michael Keane, who plays for Burnley. Obviously they didn't have the best of seasons, they had a decent one, but it wasn't the best of seasons for Burnley, and it's looking like he's probably going to leave. Again, he's been linked to Everton heavily, but also Liverpool again, which is a bit annoying, and Man United, and as he's already played for Man United, it might be more likely that he's going to go to there than anywhere else. But who knows where he'll end up. I'd love to see him at Everton because again we're having problems with our centre backs, but I don't know, it's going to cost probably about 25 to 30 million I believe for him to be signed, so we'll see where he ends up at the end of the season, or the start of the season should I say. Now the next one is a very interesting transfer. He's not actually a left back, he is a centre back again, staying in the Premier League with these transfer rumours a lot. It's going to be Virgil van Dijk. Again, he's supposed to be really good. Again, I haven't really watched him play that much, but I rate him highly, and apparently Man City do, because they're apparently willing to pay 50 million for him, which is ridiculous for a centre back. But again, he is very young and he is very highly rated, and he does play for a Premier League club, so they're going to have to pay a little bit more to get him. I think it'd be a good transfer for Manchester City, because they don't really have incredible centre backs anymore. Otamendi didn't have the best of seasons, and obviously Kompany's getting a little bit old now, but we'll see. It'd be a good signing, and Stones again hasn't really been great for them, has he? I think he averaged like, it was either 1 or 2 mistakes a game, which is ridiculous. So thank God we got rid of him. But yeah, I think he'd be a good signing. 50 million might be a bit steep for him, but at the end of the day, he's one of the better centre backs in the league, so you're going to have to pay a lot of money for those type of players. Now an interesting transfer which I hadn't actually heard about until I actually went out and looked for it, is Benjamin Mendy, who plays for Monaco. I've put him over to the left actually. But Benjamin Mendy, he looks like a good player. I haven't seen him play in real life at all, but again, he's very young. He's about 22. He's 22 years old, French, young player playing for a good team. The Monaco team, he did really well in the Champions League, and he's been linked to City. So I think that'd be a good transfer. They're obviously looking for a fullback because Zabaleta's left now, and Kolarov's getting quite old, Clichy's getting quite old, Sanya's getting quite old, so they do need some fresher, younger talent in their fullback positions. They've also been linked to Walker, I believe. I'm not too sure if that's going to happen, but it's looking like Walker might be leaving, so he might go to City. But Mendy's the one that I've heard that they've been looking at, and again, I think it could be a good transfer for them. I don't know how good he is in real life, but he looks like a decent player on the game, so who knows how he plays. And if it actually happens, it could be a good signing for them. Now moving on to the midfield, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. Bigger names being thrown around, but we're going to start off with one of not smaller names, but one of the lesser players, and that's going to be ROONEY. I'm not taking away from anything. Obviously, he's like a legend, but at the moment he's not doing too well, which is why he's been linked with moves to Everton. I know there's been quite a few Everton links in this video, but obviously being an Everton fan, they're the rumours I've heard a lot of. But there's been a lot of links of him coming back to us. How I feel about it, I'm not too sure, but who knows? He's a decent player. Obviously he's been declining in recent years, which is a bit of a shame because of how good he was when he was younger, but yeah, it's going to cost us a lot of money. His wages are ridiculously high, so whether that happens or not, whether he just chooses to go to China or if he chooses to go to USA or even stay at United, who knows what will happen, but it'll be interesting to see where he does end up. Now the next player who's going to be on the list, I believe they actually had a bid rejected for him, so whether they're going to go in for a second one or not. The next transfer, obviously you can see the player is Salah, Mr. Mo Salah I call him. Love him on the game, love him on Football Manager, he's really good in real life as well. So I think it'll be a good signing. He's linked to Liverpool. Apparently they already had a bid rejected for him. If that's true or not, I don't know. But yeah, who knows if they go in for a second bid. I don't know what happened there. We'll see if they go in for a second bid. It's interesting considering we already have good players, especially in attacking positions such as Mane, Firmino, Coutinho. But obviously it's always good to have squad depth, and as they're playing Champions League this year, they will need a lot more depth, especially in quality. So he could be a good addition for them, and it'd be nice to see him in the Prem because of how good he was, and he did play for Chelsea at one point. So yeah, I reckon it'll be a good signing for them if they do manage to get hold of him in the end. Now, the third name, probably be the biggest name in the midfield. Not sure about the whole team, but in the midfield is going to be James Rodriguez. Now, it's been kind of, what's the word? It's been thrown around for ages that he's been unhappy at Real Madrid, sorry, for the last couple of seasons actually, and apparently he's almost definitely going to leave this summer. So it would be nice to see him in the Prem because of how good he is, and if you remember the World Cup 4 years ago nearly, he was absolutely incredible. So I'd love to see him in the Premier League. Obviously I would have loved to see him at Everton, but he's obviously not going to come. But it'd be nice to see him here. Where he goes, apparently he's been linked to Chelsea and United. United, the ones I've been hearing a lot more, but I'm not sure if they're going to get him if they're getting players like Griezmann and that in the top. But we'll see where he ends up. I think he'll be a really good addition to any team in the league, to be honest. But with United, they do need a cam because Mata's decent, but he's nothing special, I guess. I reckon United could do with him, and he'd add something that they don't really have at the moment. So we'll see where he ends up. Now the final player in this midfield, I had to choose between a couple of players. One of them was going to be Barkley. As you guys will know, he has been linked to Spurs. I assume you guys know because it's quite a high rumour at the moment because he's refusing to sign a contract. And Spurs have been the team linked to him, and West Ham as well. I don't know why he'd go to West Ham, but Spurs is the team he's been linked with. But the player we're going to put in is going to be Mahrez. Obviously everyone knows Mahrez at this point, who plays for Leicester. Had a decent season, obviously the season before he was much better, but apparently he's been linked to going back to France and playing for Monaco. I assume that's because Bernardo Silva's just signed for Manchester City, and he's obviously just going to replace him there. But I think that'd be a really good signing for them. I rate Mahrez quite highly, and I think he would do okay in the French league, considering, in my opinion, it's not as good as a league or much competitive. So I think he'd shine a lot more there. We've seen a lot of players go to the French league and do really, really well, such as Di Maria, such as Depay, who's gone over there and just transformed into a completely different player. So we'll see. I think that'll be a good signing for them. And I'm not sure if it's already happened, but I know it's definitely been linked, so I think that'd be a good signing for Monaco. Now moving on to the strikers, two really big names here. We're going to start off with another Everton player, and I'm sure you guys have all heard this rumour. It's going to be Romelu Lukaku. We've got his player at the moment, so we'll shove that one in. Romelu Lukaku has been linked to pretty much every club in the world at this point. He's a ridiculous player for us. Can go missing in the big games, which is a bit annoying sometimes, but he is quite young still. He's only, what, 24, 25? So he's obviously still got a lot of years to grow and get better. Nearly got the top scorer in the league, which would have been nice for an Everton player to win. But he had a really good season, so we'll see where he ends up. If I had to guess, he's definitely going to leave, I can assure you that. The only way I can see him staying is if we offer him ridiculous money, but even still, I don't see him staying. But the team I would guess would be Chelsea. He's been linked to PSG heavily. He's been linked to Manchester United. But in my opinion, it'll be between Manchester United and Chelsea. Chelsea being the more likely option for him. And then the final player to round off the team, we will do some like honourable mentions at the end, but the final player to round off the team is going to be Griezmann, who I'm sure you guys have heard this transfer is been heavily linked to United. Apparently the rumours are kind of cooling off and they're kind of moving their interest elsewhere, which would be a shame because it would have been awesome to see him in the Premier League. But apparently United are calling their interest. I don't know if it's just like mind games or something, but I think it would have been a good signing for them, but we'll see if they do go in for him again, or if another team goes in for him, like maybe Chelsea or Manchester City. But yeah, that is going to be the final team. A couple of decent rumours. Obviously, we're still early in the transfer window. Still got quite a lot of time left, so still a lot of time for some transfers to happen. Not a lot has happened. Not too much has happened yet. But we'll do some honourable mentions. So like Defoe, who played for Sunderland, they obviously got relegated, so he obviously wants to stay at the highest level in the Premier League. He's been linked to Bournemouth, which would be a good signing for them because they don't have a ridiculous striker. They have King, who I rate highly, and Callum Wilson, who's okay, but Defoe's obviously a lot better than both of them, so I think it'd be a good signing. And he used to play for Bournemouth ages ago, so it'd be nice to see him go back into his old club, and being from Bournemouth, it would be nice to see him at the local team. The next one, we just shoved De Gea in there. I already spoke about him, so I won't go into depth, but we'll put De Gea onto the bench as well. I'll do the same for Barkley. Okay, another one I've heard is Arda Turan, who's been linked to Arsenal. Whether this has any legs to stand on or not, I'm not too sure. I just saw it when I was like browsing. If this is true, that'd be a good signing for them. He is quite old, however, so he's what, 29, 30, so I'm not sure if it's going to be the best transfer in terms of longevity, is that the word? But yeah, he's a good player, and I don't think he really gets much first team football at Barcelona, so it's very possible he would leave. Whether he'll go to Arsenal or playing in Europa League this season, I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but it could be a good signing for them. We'll see if this happens or not, but I'm not sure if there's much actual truth in the story. Then the last one, I'm just going to do a quick mention, is going to be Sandro, who plays for Malaga. I think he's on loan from Barcelona, I'm not too sure. He definitely did play for Barcelona, so I'm not sure if he's on loan or if they've signed him permanently. But he's a very young striker, only 22 years old. Apparently he's had a really good season. But he's been linked to Everton. He's supposed to be a good player. I'm not sure if he's going to be the right player to replace Lukaku, because they're very, very different players, and I don't really think they're the same level and caliber. But he's supposed to be decent. We'll see if he does well or not. We'll see if it actually happens. Apparently he broke down, but might be coming back. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see some more transfer rumours, or like completed transfers, or like I said, potential lineups for the next season, then obviously let me know and I'll be sure to do them. If you enjoyed the video though, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new around here of course, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a great day. Be sure to put in the comments down below if you have any transfer rumours that I missed out, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.